But I ever heard that the Rhoden family, I mean, these were like good people, like very generous people, well liked in this community.
They were known as friendly.
They went to church regularly, were active in their church. I mean, people were just really blown away by this because these were not people who had any kind of reputation for being troublesome. They were not like, oh, that trash family in town.
Right.
I mean, these were like good people and people who were very like generous and active in the community and well liked.
Yeah, and everything I saw was the same thing. They were fun to be around, happy, just good people. And in this area, the families are so strong and tightly knit that the Rhodens were considered newcomers because they'd only been on their land for a couple of generations. So that's how deep and long the roots go in this area. But they were still accepted and loved and had been there for, a couple of generations is a long time. But it's just a very small town, tightly knit, and everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
So, the word's going to spread, and everyone's just like, what in the hell is going on?
Well, I can see how something like that would definitely send shockwaves through a community and would instill fear in neighbors, friends. I mean, is this a serial killer? Is this going to be an active pattern? Are more families going to turn up dead?
Yeah, is it just this family?
Being baffled, like, what the fuck is happening?
Or did some stranger come upon these houses on, multiple homes on this one property and just systematically go through and kill everybody? Just, who knows? Is a raging monster out there? I mean.
Right, yeah.
I could only imagine if something like this happened around here,
Right.
So everyone had a theory as to why this happened, and soon multiple theories made the rounds. You know how it goes in small towns.
Of course.
You're going to get
word around the campfire.
What so-and-so heard down at the convenience store on the liar's bench.
Talk, the liar's bench, the barber shop.
The barber
The
shop.
little ladies at the beauty parlor.
Yes. So everybody's talking.
Sets. Yep.
One of the theories or rumors passed around was about threats directed at Chris Jr. on Facebook, which led to the questioning of a 20-year-old Isaiah Jones for more than 6 hours. So, but at the same time, that's just kind of hard seeing Facebook threats go to 8 people dead.
Right.
But they're looking, the cops are already starting to, any stone they can turn over.
Well, I guess in this day and age, too, I mean, cyber threats, we've seen people actually end up dead, suicide,
it's true.
Cyberbullying. So, I guess there is some validity to, taking a peek at that.
Well, yeah, you got to. So, obviously they gave him a good, long talking to. And also a road rage incident involving Chris Sr. led to more interviews with more people. One of the bigger theories, after evidence of cockfighting on the property, had investigators considering the murders may have been connected to the cockfighting arena.
Cockfighting?
Yes. Yes, we've all seen it. If you go by that house.
I've never seen cockfighting.
Well, no, I'm saying, but you've seen evidence of it.
Maybe on Pornhub, but...
Yeah.
It's here all day, folks.
It's a sword fight. No, you've seen them damn little rooster huts spread out on some old timer's yard, with each one has one single rooster in it.
Is that what that's for?
Yes, that's what that's...
I'm so... Is that what that's for? Yeah, I'm fucking country.
That's not necessarily saying everywhere you see that they're fighting cocks, but those chickens are bred for that, and that's why they can't all be kept together.
I mean, is that something that really still happens? I don't know why, but I just assume that cockfighting or rooster fighting or whatever you want to call it is like a thing in the past. That just seems like some fucking people who don't have a TV and nothing else to do, so they like fight some roosters. That just does not seem like a, hey, this is the 2000s and we're going to the cockfight. Load the family up.
Well, I can tell you it still happens.
It still happens.
Oh, it still happens. In some cultures, not in America, it's still accepted, openly done. South of the border in some of the countries and things like that.
So these people were involved in cockfighting.
Well, that's the cops that saw evidence, if you will, of, maybe they found the chickens kept up like that.
Okay.
Maybe they found some, they actually take and put, cut off their real spur on the back of their leg and put a knife or a razor or spike on there to their little legs. Little chicken warriors.
These are like gangster chickens. What the fuck?
Yes.
People are loading chickens up with, they're weaponizing chickens?
Yes, and many of those fights last 10, 15 seconds or less before one of them's dead. Because that's how they go at each other. Little muscled up, little badass Rhode Island Reds just kicking ass, and all jacked up on chicken coke and
some little banny.
yeah. Oh, I love little banty roosters. So cute because they want to kick everybody's ass, but they're just
golden
tiny.
Comet.
And then they get ate by anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, these events can involve tens of thousands of dollars cash, and certainly could be motive for murder or revenge in the police's mind.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Yes. So
I guess I'm still just blown away by the fact that this is a thing that happens in 2016.
It happens. There'll be
when the
one
story takes place.
Some will happen within 100 miles or probably closer to us this weekend. Guarantee it. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Yeah, that's how country's country, son. So anyway, the next possible motive was nothing short of a Hollywood script.
Well, this whole story is like a Hollywood script.
Scorsese, where are you at? A sizable marijuana grow operation was uncovered on the properties as well.
Oh, shit.
Yes, which has really surprised members of the community because they really had no idea. Because a lot of times when people are growing marijuana or selling drugs, they flash that cash. They got the new rides, they're dropping money down, taking everybody out to eat. The Rhodens did nothing like that.
Well, the ones who were maybe not smart about it.
Yeah, so I guess one way you could look at it, the Rhodens were very smart about what they were doing, and they kept it quiet, and they had regular vehicles, regular homes, and no one really, well, I'm sure a few did, but the community at large had no idea that this friendly family actually had a sizable marijuana grow operation, and they're fighting cocks.
They were just stacking cash.
Possibly fighting cocks.
Dang.
Yeah.
Make that money. Make it rain.
Yeah, so this led investigators down a pretty strange corridor, if you will. It led them to theorize that a drug cartel may well be responsible for these heinous crimes. Because, I did not know this, Southern Ohio is a known drug corridor with US 23 flowing through it.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that.
So it's I guess one of the more notable main veins, maybe there in Ohio, or maybe in the nation at large, I don't know. And the Sinaloa cartel, aka the Pacific Cartel, is known to have connections in the area. The infamous El Chapo was the head of this cartel prior to his arrest. So there you go.
Damn.
Shout out to El Chapo. They got his ass. Cartels have realized it's cheaper and easier to grow marijuana in America than smuggle it in from Mexico. So that is how that happens. They just get a local operation set up, and then boom, they're, creating their product. And, one day, when are they just going to legalize marijuana? I mean, seriously.
I mean, they definitely should.
It's coming, honestly. Yeah. And just for everybody out there, you might not smoke it, use it, or whatever, but we can literally defund these cartels by up to 50% without firing a single shot.
But then they're just going to come back with the tobacco cartel because now you have to be 21 to buy cigarettes.
Oh my, yes.
Well, so I was just looking up, this, is it Route 23 or Highway 23? Because
I got Highway US 23.
Okay, well, I was just kind of curious about 23 because it was like, oh, okay, Southern Ohio, just trying to figure out the route. And an article popped up here about it being dubbed the Heroin Highway.
Oh.
A growing suburban demand for drugs meets urban supply.
Yeah.
And I guess this highway stretches all the way into New Jersey.
Oh, wow.
And therefore, heroin is being transported
well, so you got the ports
from Jersey out into these rural areas where, of course, there's opioid epidemics all across the U.S., but we have a lot of that in this region.
That's probably, I would say, the same Highway 23 because that makes sense. You got the ports up there, around New York and Jersey and all that. And then they can, bring their product in and get it all chopped up and send it right down the road.
Very interesting. Yeah, it looks like it goes between Jacksonville, Florida, up to Michigan, Ohio, into New Jersey. I mean, it's a pretty major corridor.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go.
All right.
Given the multiple murder scenes and obvious coordination, this theory seemed to hold water. The assailants also defeated the Rhoden security measures of aggressive dogs and cameras. Easily, it looked like.
So they had lots of security cameras on this property.
So,
if they have an illegal grow operation,
that they're keeping under wraps,
possible cockfighting,
right?
We know people who grow weed, and they tend to have security cameras everywhere.
Well, yeah, we know people
I know who have dabbled in selling illegal substances
Oh my
always
God.
have cameras.
You knew people like that?
Well, yeah, my aunt's got some crazy fucking neighbors, and I'm pretty sure they sell meth. I mean, we watch them get arrested all the time out in the street.
Yeah,
They have cameras all over their single wide.
They were serving up something the other night, or they're just really popular with their all the people in
Right,
ratty
so,
ass
yeah.
cars. But yeah, I'm just kidding. But yeah,
Usually got them some pit bulls or something.
well, yeah, you know that you get that whole look with the aggressive bulldog. But so yeah, the Rhodens took their security serious, and it was built kind of like a compound. You know, it's outlined perimeters and things of that nature. And
So this had to be someone with knowledge of this property, knowledge of this security system. I mean,
maybe.
this sounds like it has to be someone who planned this. Because I just don't think this could be random. No random person could just approach this property.
Right.
And like fucking Spider-Man swoop all around and disable all these cameras.
Right. Unless
I mean, come
they're
on.
a professional cartel hit squad.
Well, there's that, but I still feel like there had to be some scoping out.
Right.
I don't know. Okay, go on.
Yeah, so I mean that's what the cops are thinking.
I'm over here speculating.
So that's what the cops are thinking. You got security cameras that have been disabled or tampered with. You got aggressive dogs they got around them without, the dogs are still there and alive, because some of the investigators said that some of those dogs would flat eat you alive if they didn't know you.
They're going to tear your ass up.
They're going to tear your
No,
ass.
Mr. Mailman.
Yeah, so there you go. But eventually authorities moved beyond the cartel connection because of one chilling detail.
Okay.
The children being left alive wasn't part of the cartel's MO.
That is very true.
A cartel hit of any kind would likely leave everything dead, children and dogs alike.
That makes sense.
So, I mean, that's how brutal the damn cartels are.
Yeah, they don't fucking care.
No, and they're going to kill everything and everyone. And you're not going to grow up after they kill your whole family and go back and get them, like a revenge movie, because they're going to kill your little ass. They're going to kill everybody.
Oh, yeah.
As sad as that is. So they started looking further and further. So 2.5 years later, 4 members of another family, after all this investigation.
So basically this ends up being kind of like a cold case for a while. I mean, you're saying 2.5 years.
Let me back up. So yes, after going through all these theories, all these various ideas, and now the cops are not sitting on their heels on this.
They're working every angle.
They're actively working it. I mean, everyone, multiple agencies, and they want to catch, because you have 8 unanswered murders. You got these 3 little children left behind, and everybody wants answers. And this goes all the way up through the Attorney General of Ohio, and just the highest, and the coverage went national.
Well, yeah, this is probably one of the worst crimes in Ohio's history.
It was,
I would imagine.
Yes, it ended up being the largest investigation in Ohio history ever.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Yeah,
I would
so
have to think so.
That's how much it was worked and how far it went. And so, literally, it goes cold. No more theories, no more anything they can track down, and no more bushes to beat, if you will. 2.5 years later, 4 members of another family, George Billy Wagner III, Angela Wagner, George Wagner IV, and Edward Jake Wagner, were taken into custody for the murders.
Another family.
Another family known to the Rhodens, known to associate with the Rhodens, because Jake Wagner shared a daughter with Hannah Rhoden and had claimed paternity. The 3-year-old that was left at the scene alive, that was their daughter, and they've been fighting over custody and such like that.
And she's the one that had the 4-day-old baby.
And he had also claimed paternity of her newborn as well, that was 4 days old. And the Wagners eventually, after the murders and the media investigative firestorm after that, moved away to Alaska, in their words, to escape suspicions of involvement in the Rhodens murders.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's, again, this shocked this community.
Well, yeah, I've pulled up an article here by the Cincinnati Enquirer where Angela Wagner had told a reporter that her husband George, I guess Billy Wagner, had been best friends with Hannah's father, Christopher Rhoden Sr.
Yeah, and